The night Shackleton died, I was on watch. As I came off watch, passing his cabin, he called out to me, he said, "Huss, I can't sleep. Play me some of the old tunes, will you? They always help me to sleep." So I played him a lullaby.
Ernest Shackleton, an Irish explorer, mainly focusing on Antarctica. Shackleton actually died in this cabin. The expedition was shortened and the boat was sold back to the shipyard where it was built in Norway. And on this shipyard in Norway, one of the carpenters decided to take this cabin off and bring it home with him as a garden shed. The Shackleton Museum in Athy heard about it and got in contact with the owner then. And then eventually it was decided that this cabin would go to Athy, to the museum, as one of the exhibits. They were wondering, is it possible to actually do this? I was pretty certain that nothing would be original and it would have been totally rotten. But what I didn't consider was that this is 200 kilometers north of the polar circle. So in winter you have severe frost, extreme low humidity, so wood borers would have pretty much no chance to do any serious damage. And there was general care as well. It was always regarded as something special. Eventually the cabin arrived here, and now we're in the process of actually preparing it for the museum in Athy. First time I heard this story was actually from a little vinyl record I had when I was 8, and it was absolutely fascinating.
Nordpol, Südpol, ewiges Eis. Kälte, monatelange Nacht, monatelanger Tag.
There's quite a large group of people that would blindly follow him. And even after the big disaster of the Endurance expedition, which was the one before, where they sailed on a tiny little boat 800 miles through the roughest seas in the world, from Elephant Island to South Georgia, and they all survived and they made it. And some people say thanks to his leadership. I think it kind of stayed with me. Since then, there was always this sense of adventure, and the coldness was always something I really like. I don't like heat. So I was always traveling in cold places, and I like ice. So that kind of stayed with me. Normally I don't have, let's say, emotional connections with objects we're working on, but I think the cabin really hit me very deep because of all of that. We were very lucky that we had a very good image of the interior of Shackleton's cabin. So we used that image to really recreate what was there. Conservators follow a code of ethics, so therefore we're not trying to fake things, we're not trying to make things look better than they are, we're not trying to make up things. If we don't know it for certain, we're not going to do it. I take that very, very serious. One of them was the wallpaper. Some people think that this wallpaper reminded Shackleton of something, maybe at home, and that's why it was installed above his bunk. But again, that's only an assumption. This company who then made these wallpapers lost its entire archive in the Second World War. We managed to find a wall with that same wallpaper, and then we're able to recreate that wallpaper by recasting it. And again, of course, we have paint cross-sections as well, which just give us a clue of how it was painted, what colors were used, what paints were used. So the actual doing the work is actually, I think, the easy bit. It's really the research and the evidence and the arguments for a certain decision. That is really the hard bit. But I like challenges. I love challenges.